Hello again, my friends. I'd like to welcome you to another video. This video is going to be a little bit different, and I know I say that every time, right? But I've shown you DIY videos from changing out the elements in a hot water tank to, I think the most recent one was how to tune up the lawnmower and change the jet assembly. Anyway, today we're going to take a look at a problem you may or may not have. We have Delta faucets in our house, and every year or so, without fail, you go to put on the faucet and you get the leaking around the edges of the faucet where the faucet meets the base. So I'm going to show you how to fix that. So why don't we take a look, enjoy the video, and I hope it's helpful. Okay, so taking a look at the faucet, you may notice, like sometimes, even with your faucet, over time, you may go to put the faucet on, and you may notice leaking from the base of the handles. Let's see if it do it now with the hot water. I don't know if you can see. I'll wait for it to come out a little more. Yeah, see, it's going towards the back. See how it's leaking? And it doesn't matter. Let's see if we can even do it. Sometimes it leaks no matter what faucet you use, it'll leak. So we're going to fix that because this has been leaking for a while. That's gone unnoticed. And you can see the water over time build up over there, which is not good for the counter. So let's take a look now, and I'm going to show you guys what you need to actually fix this problem. Okay, so what I'm going to use is, I'm going to start with, there's a nut on the handle that has to come off first, and it's actually an Allen wrench. So I'm going to use, this is actually a number 10. So that's the first thing we're going to need to get the handles off. Then I'm going to use a screwdriver to gently pry out the assembly. In order to get the assembly off, there will be a nut, and this may not be big enough, but I just put this here just as an illustration. You may end up using the adjustable pliers instead. And finally, we're going to use the needle nose to bring out the spring. So that's all good. We got the tools. So what we needed was, there's actually a kit. You can see the kit that I had gotten. I got this off Amazon. So what this kit comes with is everything needed to replace the stem valve assembly. Let me make sure nothing rolls away. Alright, so we've got the assembly. For hot and cold, I don't really think it makes a difference. And we got the spring assembly. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the Allen wrench. And I had loosened so it doesn't have to come out completely. You can see how you can just kind of wobble it back and forth and it will come off. Alright, so we put that aside. And we're going to do the same thing for the hot water side. Here we go. You can see it's a little messy in there. Alright, so I turn off the water supply. I just want to make sure. Let's just run that dry. It looks pretty corroded. So we're going to take the adjustable pliers and we're just going to start it. Yeah, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the stem assemblies. So that's where the screwdriver comes in. Just going to kind of bring it up a little bit. There we are. See how it's really kind of yucky and used out. Alright, I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to do the same thing for the hot water side. Be very careful. There we are. Okay, what I want to do now is I just want to show you guys the insides real quick. And what we're going to do now is we're going to remove the springs. See how that's going to come out, the little rubber gasket? Hopefully you can see the spring inside. Okay, so now we're going to take those pieces and what we're going to do is we're going to slide it in right along the side. Just like that. So that's ready to go in. Make it just like that way. So we're going to do the same thing for the hot water. The little pin will guide you where to drop it in. It just fits right into place. Okay, so these are ready to install now. So what we got to do now is we're going to take the replacement rubber gasket and we're going to take the spring. So that's ready to go in, and we're going to do the same thing for the hot water side. So there's a smaller ring and there's a larger outer part. Okay, so that's ready to go in. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use the needle nose pliers and we're going to carefully make sure we get the right ones. Yeah, this is the old one. We're going to carefully drop this right back into position, down into that. Just like that. Okay. I'm going to put the other one in, and then I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when it's in. Again, this is the older one. There we are. Okay, so we got those in now. You can see we got the replacement in position. Okay, so now what we got to do is we have to install the stem assembly. So we're going to start with the cold water. I want to keep it kind of positioned the way it was. So when the cover goes back on, you want to make sure that that's in place. And this flat side is going to be in position for the screw to go up against. Okay, so I think we can put the nut back on. All right. So we're not going to go tight. We just want to barely tighten it past hand tight. So what I want to do is I just want to give it a couple of, yeah. Again, we don't want it too tight. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do the same thing for the hot water side. And again, you can see that this little piece is what's going to line up. Just like that. And again, I want to rotate. Same thing. I want to tighten it just a little bit. Just a bit. All right, just so it's more than hand snug. Okay. Now, okay, so we're going to do the same thing. We want to make sure that it's facing the right way. All right, that looks good. Testing it out, you can see it opens and closes like it should. Okay. There we are. Okay, so we put the water back on, and now is the moment of truth. Now if we put everything in correctly, it should work without leaking. Let's get the water, the air out of the lines. And as you can see, we've got no more leaking. Bone dry. No matter which side we work from. So my friends, I hope this helped you out. I hope you find this video entertaining as well as helpful. So if you were having this problem and this worked, let me know what you guys think. So I appreciate you watching, and until my next video, take care and I'll talk to you soon.